Alright guys, so today we're going to do a little project, do-it-yourself kind of deal. I was in Albuquerque last weekend and I went to a yard sale and I was shopping around and I came across this thing here. This Thermos picnic jug. And special shout out to Dayton. Thank you for selling it to me, man. I picked it up for $5. And let me show it to you here. It's just this little old school blue and white picnic jug with the spout. And I really liked it. And I had an idea on how to use this for my benefit. It's a 2-gallon jug. And what I liked about it is it's got this lid on here. And my hand fits perfectly in there. So what I decided is to turn it into a just a live bait bucket, you know, a portable live bait bucket. And I mean, of course, that's nothing new. You got these setups. You got your ice chest with your bubble maker on it and all that stuff. The problem with these is that if you're transporting it, let's say inside your vehicle or even in the back of your vehicle, and you're hitting bumps and stuff like that, this isn't watertight, so the water is going to come out right underneath the lid here, and you end up getting water in your truck or in your car. Some people don't have a truck and they want to transport bait. You know, you stop at the minnow store or the bait store, buy some minnows, and you're spilling water in your back seat. So this to me would be ideal. It's going to be a real simple build, and what I'm thinking of doing is I want to drill a hole in it on the top. I know a lot of you guys would open this up and rig it, but I figured just leave it alone. I want to drill a hole on the top so that the penetration I make is in the least likely place to leak. If anything would happen to it, it's above the water line. I won't ever fill it up past this line. Water would probably be down maybe by this line here. And just run my hose through and stuff. Real simple build. So what I came across, I was trying to find maybe some rubber grommets or something that would fit in through the ice chest, not the ice chest, but the jug here, the water jug. And I didn't find anything. The closest I could find were these things called well nuts, and this is what they look like. And it's a 1/4 inch. The hose on your bubble maker is standard 1/4 inch size. So we're gonna take this and open it up. And on this side, it's perfect size. Your hose fits in it just right. But on this side, it has that that threaded nut in there, and it's pretty well in there. The good thing is it's probably only to here, so we're just gonna cut that off and use the rest as an insert. So to start this build, we need to drill a hole in our jug, and the hole needs to be this size. And the best way I've found to find what size of drill bit that you need, instead of taking a tape measure and measuring and all that stuff, just take your drill bit, the back end of it, and butt it up to the whatever piece you're gonna use to drill. And as you can see in this one's a little too small. Then I take this one, and that one is the exact size of what I need right there. So we're gonna use this drill bit. But as you can see, this one's a pretty fat drill bit, pretty thick. So what you do is you take a smaller drill bit and pre-drill before you use that big drill bit. So real simple. So I decided on this jug the best place to put this hole for my line is going to be in line with the handle here, so it doesn't get in the way. It's not in this line where the handle is going to hit on each side. We'll put it right on the edge here. So let me go ahead and drill that. Okay. Take this lid off. Now we'll just change out our drill bit. And we'll make the bigger hole. There's the hole right there. Just needs to be cleaned up just a little bit. Just take my pocket knife and scrape these burrs off. Alright. Now this should fit in there just like we want it. So yeah, that's going to work. Now we need to get rid of that little metal piece, so we're going to just cut it off there. And I'll just cut it right here. There we go. So we cut that little piece off. And now the hose from the bubble maker should fit right through there. Just right. Fits on there just right. Alright. So let's put this back in here just to dry fit it, see what it looks like. So it doesn't go all the way through and down, which is fine because I bought 2 of these. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to put one on the other side. And the reason for that is just so you don't get water in between the wall of your jug. So this is just to make a seal. So we got our other one. I'm just gonna cut it real quick. Okay. So now we have one for the front, and one for the back. And we'll just dry fit it. Make sure it's gonna fit the way we want it to. Yep. And then the other one on this side. They're both going to fit just right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take I bought this clear silicone. I bought this clear silicone. It's waterproof sealant. and this one's aquarium safe. So we're just going to take this, open it up. Pop it open. Put our applicator on there. Get your dull knife out. Just cut a little piece off of there. Now, so I'm just gonna apply a little bit around the edge here, like this. And we'll stick this one on top. Make sure it goes down and smushes down real nice. If you want to seal it a little more, you can, no problem. Okay. Take the one we're going to put on the bottom. Do the same thing. Now they probably make something like this, and I just couldn't find it that doesn't have that little threaded nut built in there. But I looked around Lowe's and I couldn't find it anywhere. I found this piece in the specialty screws area. I'll put this a little thick. A little thicker since I can't put a second coat on the inside. Alright. Okay, there's that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my hose, run it through, and I'm going to give it almost all the hose. I just need enough to connect to the bubble maker here. So once the hose is there, I'm going to seal around the 1/4 inch line up on top. And just a light seal. Doesn't have to be anything super special. The idea is just to, I mean, this isn't pressurized or anything, you know, you don't have, it's just to keep from any splashing coming through there. So all that's done. What we're going to do is we're going to let this dry, and then we'll attach the bubble maker and the air stone. So let me let that dry for a little while and we'll get back to you. Alright guys, so I let it dry for a little bit, probably not as long as I should, but I need to finish this video for you guys. So I would recommend let it dry overnight, 24 hours or something like that, at least 12 hours before you start working on it again, so that the little rubber grommets don't pop out. But I'm just going to be real careful and try to finish this build up for you guys. So next step is pretty simple. We're going to take our bubble maker. You can see it. And what we're going to do is we're going to open it up here and establish good areas on where we're going to screw this to the jug. So it's got this little clip, of course, where you hook it onto your bucket or wherever. So in this build we're not going to need it. So it's got a little screw. We're just going to take it off. All right. So we took it off. Now we've just got a flat back here, which is perfect. What I want to do is I want to put the screws in line with each other since the jug is rounded. So we'll put one up on top and one down here somewhere. Opening this up, you've got this little square area right here, which is perfect to put a screw in, and it won't mess with any of the working parts. And on the bottom here, we're going to go right in line with these two tabs that separate the batteries, so that the screw is on the rounded side of the batteries. It's not underneath a battery. So that's what we're going to do. We'll screw it on. And the screws that I'm using, I have these little bitty 1/2 inch self-tapping pan heads. We just call them framing screws. But we're just going to use those to mount this to the jug. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold this upright and drill this where I want it. Back it out, and then I'm going to mount it where I need it. I'm going to do the other screw as well. So to make it easy, I put the screws where I want them. There's the one on top, there's the one on bottom in between the batteries. Now I can just screw it where I want it. And right here looks to be good. Now that's mounted right on there. It's not coming off. You don't have to worry about it moving around, sliding around. Close the motor compartment. Put a couple of batteries in it since we have it open. It's going to hold them where you want it. I'm going to hook up this air hose. That's going to keep my hose in place there. Put the air stone and weight on. And that's it. That's all it takes, guys. Now you have a spill-proof minnow bucket. And this is ideal for so many reasons. I told you guys about spilling in the car and all that, but for me in the boat, in my little boat, if I'm using live bait, I take a minnow bucket, and I constantly have to put the minnow bucket over so the fish can get oxygen, and then I bring them into the boat, and I'm spilling water in the boat, and it's just a mess, especially when it's colder temperatures and you don't really want to be getting your feet wet, stuff like that. This way, the water's in there, it's not going anywhere. Even if this was to tip over, it's sealed. So if you guys are wanting to build something that doesn't spill, I looked online, and you can find these little jugs on eBay, and I'm sure there was some pretty cheap, like $8-10, and some are a little bit pricier. But if you can't find a jug like that, I'm sure there are still those newer sports drink holders with the bigger lid and stuff like that. So just sharing my ideas with you as always. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.